What's up guys, Dan here from Bloom Corp, and it's the Rumour Mill of the iPad 3/2S. Now we're going to get straight into this. We're going to go for the specifications. Mac Rumours and iFixit have supposedly got hold of one of the screens for the new Retina displays on the iPad 3/2S. That will supposedly have 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution. That's exactly twice that of the iPad 2. Now there's not really much else I can really say about that. I will put a link in below just to our website where we've got a little article on it. If you feel free to read that, and then you can make your own premise around what will happen about it. Moving on to the quad-core processor, Apple as tradition have moved through their A4, A5, and we're going to expect the A6 chip in this next device. That will be a quad-core processor, and that will be similar to the industry standard these days of the new phone and tablet Rumours. The device is meant to have an 8 megapixel camera inside. That's very similar to that of the iPhone 4S. Possibly even the iPhone 5 will not have an increased camera, so the iPad 2S/3 will have the same camera as the iPhone 5. It'll probably have an increased VGA camera on the front as well, just here. So that'll make FaceTime much better for the future. It's supposedly meant to have near-field communications capabilities. I don't really see what the big issue is with an iPad 2S/3 having near-field communication. It would be pretty cool to have, I must say, but an iPhone 5, the next one of these, for that to have near-field communication, I'll be much more interested in. This is an unlikely rumour. It says that we will have a possible upgrade to a 128GB model. This not only would increase costs, but it would increase the price for people, so I doubt this will be an option. However, I do say it's unlikely because there is obviously that possibility that that could happen. I would imagine Apple will try and roll that out on the iPhone 5. I expect that to be quite unlikely in my eyes. It's supposedly meant to have 4G LTE. Now this is going to be amazing for you Americans out there. However, for us Brits, we're not going to get anything from it. Orange are meant to be rolling out LTE in the UK by the end of 2012. However, likelihood says it's going to be 2013 before any 4G capabilities will hit the UK. So I'm not really looking forward to having an LTE device and not being able to use it. However, iPhone 5, rumoured October, so I mean LTE would be pretty nifty timing for that, in all honesty. I expect it's going to be about 1 millimeter thicker. This is probably because of the capability that it's going to hold with near-field communication, better processor, better camera inside, bigger Retina display, which possibly could be thicker. I know Gorilla Glass are making a thicker glass, so I don't know if that's going to debut on the iPad 2S or whether it's going to wait till next year type idea, so we'll see that. It's going to launch with iOS 5.1. Now, I expect this because Apple does normally launch the new products with new operating systems. So an upgrade in the operating system is probably just standard these days, with an upgrade to 6 probably with the iPhone 5 release. I've been calling it the iPad 2S/iPad 3 because there has been no major design changes according to all the rumour sites. So I would imagine they're going to call it a 2S as opposed to a 3 because there hasn't been anything major changing wise. I would imagine it's going to have the same price plan as that of the iPad 1 and iPad 2, starting at £399, moving up to above £700 if you wanted the 128GB model. However, I mean, obviously unlikely again, but it'd be pretty sweet to have. Release week following March 7th, which I would imagine they're going to launch it in an Apple conference. So I would imagine they're going to launch it on the Friday following March 7th. Now, just to round up all of the rumours that I've just mentioned above, it's going to have a Retina display, 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution, a quad-core processor, Apple A6, 8 megapixel camera on the back, improved camera on the front, near-field communication capabilities, possible 128GB, but I think unlikely, LTE possibilities 4G, 1mm thicker with all those goodies inside, launch with iOS 5.1, called an iPad 2S, not an iPad 3, and same price plan as above. March 7th launch, week proceeding to come out to the public. This was Daniel from Bloom Corp. Check out all the links down below. They've got our website, they've got our articles on the iPad 2S/3 Retina display. Also, just check out our other articles. Subscribe, it really does help us. Subscribe right just above us now. That really does help us for future videos. We've got over 30 videos and I'm wanting to do my own little channel on the side to just get a bit of insight into who I am really, if you want to. I'll put later details on that. That's anything major now, but maybe later. like down below, because that's something that really does help out all YouTubers. And obviously drop a comment down below if you have anything to comment about this video. Again, Daniel from Boomcop, peace out.